You can make more money than you're making right now. And I know that to be a fact. 10 years ago, I was sleeping on the floor of an airport. Actually, it wasn't 9 years ago. I was sleeping on the floor of the San Francisco airport. And today I've invested in more than 200 companies led by underestimated founders. I've also invested in funds and all sorts of things. I have something I don't talk about very often is I have a few donations out in the world. So earlier today, I tried to do a live and I couldn't get the sound to work. I think I have it working now. You let me know if you can hear me. And this is actually the very first day that I've ever gone live on YouTube. Can you believe that? I've had this channel for more than 4 years, but you may know that in the past 1 year, I started taking it so seriously. And believe it or not, I've never gone live. You can hear me. That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay. And my mission in life is to help you succeed, is to help you go from where you are today to where you want to be. So I think what I'll do in my lives is answer some live questions. It's something that I enjoy doing, something I'm pretty good at, and we'll see what happens. Now, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We're going to learn about the easiest business that you can start as a beginner. And if you're not a beginner, this is a great addition to your business. This is a great thing you can add to it, helps you bring in more. I should know this business helped me bring in $200,000 since August, and it is only getting better over time. So I'll wait to see if you have any questions in the chat. You must be a subscriber to ask questions. And if you want to subscribe, certainly do that. And wait a minute, and then you can ask a question that you want to. I'm going to try to share my screen. I've never done this before either, so that could go terribly wrong. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's no way to tell which one this is. Do I dare do it? Should I dare do it? I know it's exciting. Thank you, Ty. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring this out. Let's see what happens. I'm kind of scared to click this button, but the whole point is that you should do it scared. You should try it. You should experiment. This morning, when I was going live over and over again and it wasn't working, I finally realized I could go live on private and I could like try to get my sound to work privately, but I was out there in the wind and I just smiled and I just laughed and I said, this is what I teach. This is what I believe in is it's okay to fail in public. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay not to be perfect. And the more you can do that and lean into that, the more money you will make. So I'm going to try to do this. We'll see what happens. Okay, so you should see my screen. I don't really see y'all anymore, but you should see my screen here. This is Arlan's All Access. This is my membership, but I wanted to tell you this is what has made me, this and another membership are what have made me $200,000 in the past 3.5 months. And I want it to be something that you know about. Whether you join All Access or not, I want you to know that this is viable and exists for you. And there's also, let's see if I can show this one. This is really cool. So this is Lamar and Ronnie Tyler. And I don't know if you can actually see that. I don't think you can see that one. Okay, well, it'll take a lot to go back and forth with these. That's so interesting. But anyway, Lamar and Ronnie Tyler, they have a great membership and great events that they do. And they recently came out. This is kind of like a sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about soon. Thank you for letting me know the screen is black. I'll keep working on it. But they're going to let me know. They brought over. Can you see me now? Is it still black? I think. Is it better? I know I'm black. But is the screen? Y'all let me know in the chat. So I brought over Lamar and Ronnie Tyler to the platform. In 7 days, they brought in 1,000 members to their free membership. 1,000 members. What they'll be able to do with that is they'll be able to nurture that community. They'll be able to talk to them, have live sessions, get to know them. There's already thousands of comments. And they will be able to say, look, for some of you, this will be enough. You get to meet people, probably go and meet people in real life. This will be amazing. We'll do this every day. Awesome. And then for some others, you're going to want more. And if you want more, if you want us to help you reach certain goals, etc., we have a paid offer. That's what they're going to be able to do. And this is something that you can do. Let me know in the comments if you have been, first of all, let me know if you're in Arlan's All Access to begin with. And then let me know if you have been thinking about, if you're not in it, if you've been thinking about starting a membership, maybe because of a video you've seen of mine, or you've been thinking about starting your own YouTube channel or have one. Let me get a little bit of a pulse of who is in the room and who is watching, because it's important to know where we're starting. Yeah, you're in Arlen's All Access. Oh, yeah. Got multiple people calling, like writing in. Keep that coming to me because I need to know that. And maybe what you can do, I don't know, I don't want to make you work tonight, but if you want to say what has happened in Arlen's All Access, that'd be amazing. That'd be so cool. And let's see if it's going to make it black again when I go away. We'll do this. Okay, I'm going to put in the chat the link. You can also look in the description. Look in the description of this live, and you will see this link. You will also see it pinned here. And if you're just joining, this is my very first live that I've done, like truly done on YouTube. My very first day doing lives. These are fun. I also wanted to do this because I wanted to be able to use it as a case study for other people. How can I teach other people how to do something like this if I don't do it myself? So I definitely wanted to do that. Paula says, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Okay, tell me what your channel might be about and what's stopping you from doing it. Like my brother likes to say, my brother is 40. He just turned 40 in October. He didn't graduate high school. I think he left in the 9th grade. He had his first child at 16. And he was in remedial classes. They said that he was not smart. And I knew that that was wrong because I watched the boy take apart a computer and put it back together again at like 13 or 14. He also taught himself how to mix and master music and record it, and was an artist himself. And then what he did one day is, with some of his childhood friends, they started a YouTube channel. And this would have been maybe 14 years ago. They started a YouTube channel. And this year, after 3 years of crazy expansion, real life street stars reached 1 million subscribers. I think they're at like 1.1 or 1.2 now. And they get about 500K to 1 million views per day. And I did an interview with him on this channel. And he is like this walking testament of, you don't have to be a high school graduate, let alone a college graduate, and you can come from anywhere. He thinks that YouTube can change almost anybody's life. And if I didn't watch it happen to him, I would say maybe he's crazy. But I watched it happen to him, and then I watched it happen to me. Right? Ty, who has an amazing channel, Hot Mess History, says, Arlen's teachings have helped me double my income. Let's give it up. Let's get a clap going for that. Still doing what I love. I've only been there since late August. Double her income. And Arlen's All Access. Okay, the pinned link here and in the description. Let me see what else. Oh, yeah, you caught me live, Hocking Hills. Okay, I just started my channel. This is week 3 for me, says Keisha Jackson. Awesome. Threw an ad on me. Yeah, it's going to do that. So I'm testing different things out. I'll keep it going. On my lunch break, going to listen while I eat. Awesome. So you're on your lunch break. Let me tell you, do you want to break out of having a lunch break? Let me tell you what my lunch break is like. Whenever I want to, whenever I'm hungry, I go and have lunch. And as I'm having lunch, either I have it at home or I have it on the roof of where I live. And either way, because of the view I have at home, I overlook half of LA, Los Angeles, and I might watch General Hospital, I might watch the news, I might watch YouTube. But that's my lunch break. And I want that to be your lunch break. I want you to be able to do what you want, eat when you want, definitely eat when you want, and have freedom, have time freedom, have location freedom. That's what I want for you. I love seeing your posts here. Yasik says, I'm at 9 YouTube followers. You inspired me. Thank you so much. You're at 9 followers. I keep finding these videos of mine where I'm like, hey, I have 10,000 followers. And then I'm like, hey, I have 20,000. I have 50,000. Now I'm like, I think I'll have 90,000 by the weekend. I'll have 100,000 by the end of this year. And I don't know, the sky is the limit in 2025 because I'm not slowing down. How many people here watch my videos and how many people here are new? So Miling says, for someone that does not want to be on camera but is interested in creating content, what do you suggest? I would say you should talk to Ty. So Ty talks about that inside of Arlan's All Access, and in general, she has a faceless channel. But I don't even know if you have to do a faceless channel. I think another way of thinking about it is, if me getting comfortable being on camera and me stepping outside my comfort zone over a few weeks and a few months' time is what's holding me back and is between me and 6 figures, 100,000 or more, is it worth it for me to get past not wanting to be on camera? I think you think about that first. And then if it really is just not going to happen for you being on camera, there are ways you can have a faceless YouTube channel. There are ways that you can do podcasting. There's ways that you can interview people. There's ways that you can do all kinds of things, have B-roll, all of that. But I want you to challenge yourself to go beyond the comfort of, oh, there's a way out of that. Everybody starts somewhere. Look at these big channels like Mr. Beast, and I don't know how to say his name, but he's a black tech. He's like the biggest black tech guy. You put it in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, with the M. Marquise, I think is his name. Look at him. Look at Hormozy. Look at Cody Sanchez. Look at Nikki Saunders, Rachel Rogers. Look at mine. Look at our earliest videos. Go to our channels, not now, stay here with me, but go to our channels, click on videos, the video tab, then click on oldest. Anybody else do that? I do that all the time. Click on oldest and see how people started. Some people will delete their old one so you'll never see it, but a lot of people keep theirs. We all start off rough. Some of us come back to rough. I'm like in rough right now. There's not a lot of people who would say, let me go ahead and put all this light on me. I don't have any makeup. I don't have any of this. My hair's slicked back, wearing a $10 shirt. But, I have the confidence in what I'm talking about to do this. And I know there's different ways to do things. So, hi, it's great to see you, Lola. Live. Yes, we're live. We're live. Oh, I said your name right. Thank you. Yasix. Okay. Time plus location freedom. I want that for me too, says Catran. Hey, Debbie says, hey, our fearless leader live on YouTube. Love it, Arlan. You're the best. Thank you so much. Totally Fits says, I came across your channel and it resonated with me about homelessness. Thank you. I think there's probably more to that, but I can't see it. Yeah. I'm kind of behind here. Give me a second here. You've watched a couple of my videos. My testimony is inspiring. Subscribed a month ago. If you are not subscribed, that's probably why you cannot leave a comment. Go ahead and leave a comment. Thank you for talking about my skin looking healthy. Appreciate you. Black don't crack. MKBHD. Is there a way to pronounce that? Is it short for something? So Azores Tiger says, I've created like 4 to 5 thumbnails. I'm currently working on my YouTube video thanks to Arlan's All Access. Thank you. If you're just joining, this is my first live ever like you can actually hear me on YouTube after years of being on this channel, but also after a full year It was this time last year where I decided to go all in. And you know what? Let me tell you what I did. It was Thanksgiving weekend, so you had what, 4 days? I had 4 days. Very rare for me to have any kind of vacation or time off because I do work my ass off, even though I have time and location freedom. I also have a lot of responsibility. So I was just on my couch and I watched hours of Gary V, his old stuff. I watched his old stuff, like those vlogs he used to do 10 years ago, 13 years ago, 7 years ago. I watched that and I just watched it and watched it. And you'll see if you look at my January 1 through March videos, you'll see me, my brother, who I just talked about, who has 1 million subscribers, he and his wife followed me and documented me. And it was Gary V. It was a Gary V style. Hey, you joined AAA this morning. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Watching from the Caribbean. Love that. Oh, there's so many people here from Arlan's All Access. I love that. If you have not joined yet, there is still time. Go to the link that is pinned or go into my description. Just check it out. There are no contracts. People are letting you know in the comments. I did not tell them that I was doing this live, so they're just saying what they feel. Marquise Brownlee, thank you. Thank you. He is fantastic. I like him a lot. Hi, Anisha. Anissa, how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so what I want y'all to do, ask me some questions. Ask me some questions. I want to tell you there's this wonderful combination of using YouTube for traffic and using YouTube for monetization on the platform. Once you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, YouTube will start paying you to be on. Like, for instance, I'm going to be paid to be on here. And then the combination of that plus a membership or an offer, does not have to be a membership, but that's like the easiest way to start a business is to have a membership, a free membership. And if you're curious about how can you have a free anything and make money from it, that's what I teach. That is the whole point of it. Yes. Will it be possible to invest in yacht water again soon? I missed the WeFunder. Let me tell you, there's some stuff like some interesting information going on. Let me come back to you before the end of the year. Look out for that announcement. I can't say if it's a yes or no, but thank you for asking. Okay. What should I do if I don't know what to do to be I'm going to assume you're saying to be my own boss and make money while being in a dead-end job? I think the easiest way to start, especially if you don't already have an audience, is to choose a platform like Instagram, like LinkedIn, like YouTube. I suggest YouTube because of the depth in the way that you can create this online real estate that helps you for years to come. But you can do something a little less daunting like Instagram or even LinkedIn, where the person asking earlier about not wanting to show their face, on LinkedIn, you actually could just do all text. But you choose one platform to be where you establish your expertise by posting content about a certain topic. And then you also use it to start to drive traffic to, this is the easiest way, I think. There are many ways to do it, but the easiest way is to drive traffic to a free membership on the platform that we use in Arlan's All Access. You use that platform, you start cultivating this free membership. You pay $100 a month for it, but it's free for the people joining. They start to know each other. They're asking questions. They're going to your lives, very special. You're putting freebies in the classroom, and they start to understand your expertise and your value. You're providing that value and you're driving traffic. And then from there, you can make an offer of something that is paid. And I do think there's a video I put out recently about making $5,000 in 7 days. And it's I think it has like 20,000 views now. And I just put it out on Monday or so. It is about how you can sell something high ticket. Now, I talked to somebody today who they needed money even sooner than that, even sooner than cultivating a free membership, which I think is the best way to do it and the easiest way. So I said, get traffic to your Calendly or to somewhere where somebody can sign up to have a call with you or a Zoom with you, and you can get Zoom for free and have 40-minute calls for free. Have somebody get people on a call, get 10 people on a call, not in the same call, but one call per person. If you get 10 people on a call and you have figured out what you're going to offer them, and you offer them something that costs 500, 300, 1,000, I would try to do $1,000 or more, but when you're just starting out, try something that's going to be meaningful to you. Get one of those 10 people to agree to it by providing value on that call. And there's these different levels to it. Of course, there's like, what do I offer? Who are the people I'm sending this to? How do I get traffic to them? There's all these levels to it. That's why I do my YouTube videos every day. So you can go in and just go, dial in there. And that's why I hold your hand in Arlan's All Access. Is because there's levels to it, but really that's the end of the day. You could leave right here and know how to do it. And I was on a call today. I don't know if she's here right now, but I was on a call today with somebody. And I was doing some tough love. And I was saying, look, if you need money, because they were saying they need money and they need it now. If you need money and you're not on a phone call with an offer, I don't know what you're doing. It'll, at the very least, be able to tell me, hey, I just did 10 calls yesterday or the last 2 days and I didn't get anybody to buy. That is a problem in itself. We can figure that out. Okay, well, is it the offer? Is it the pricing? Is it how you're saying it? Is it that the offer needs to be something different? But if you don't even have the reps of, I didn't even try to do this on like do sales, then that's a problem. If you didn't, there's so many things you can do. I have a video, how to make your first 10,000, how to make your first 1,000. All that's found on this YouTube channel. And I talk about the many ways you can make a few $100s. I talk about bump sale. I talk about all these different ways. And your goal is to make enough money so that you're in an okay position, but that you can then reinvest some of that money into making more money. Reinvest it in your training of yourself, etc. I'm gonna look at the question again. Some more questions because I can go off on a tangent. When you see me live, you see how I really am. Okay. I just saw your red light. I had to come see what's up. What's up, Anissa? Thank you. Hope that helped, Ryan. Hope that helped you. Keisha says, do you think sharing your videos on your other social media sites help or hurt your algorithm on YouTube? I'm hearing different opinions. I don't really know what the opinions are when I say don't share it. I don't know how sharing my video on Instagram is going to hurt my algorithm on YouTube. But I tell you what, I share clips from my YouTube videos on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on X, on Threads. I share it far and wide because the more people who see you, the better. And not just who see you, but they're getting an awareness of you. How many people here have been through something where like they just keep hearing about this one person, they keep seeing this one person, and they don't even think twice about it. Usually, they just kind of keep seeing them, and then one day there's something about what the person said in the first 2 seconds, or something about a friend of theirs saying, "Hey, did you see this?" And you're like, "Yeah, actually, I recognize them. I see them all over, but I don't know them." That's the awareness that you are building over time. That is you building a personal brand over time so that someone who really needs to see you that day has more awareness of you. Sometimes I'll even put the first few minutes of a whole YouTube video on Instagram. It doesn't hurt my YouTube at all. But I make YouTube my centerpiece. I do long form content. And then I break it into pieces. So you can go to opusclips.com, I think is the website, and you can take a link from your video on YouTube, as long as it's public, And Opus Clips will make several clips for you that are vertical, so you can put them as a short or put them as a reel or a TikTok or this or that. So that's one way to do it. Another way is to do it like horizontally, where I do that. I'm like, Instagram will let me do a 15-minute video. Bet I'm going to do a whole 15-minute video straight from the file that I uploaded on YouTube. It might be half of the video or maybe the whole thing, depending on how long the video was. But that in itself, because I can write on it, I can write on Instagram, I can write across the video. If you go to Arlan, Arlan was here on Instagram, you'll see I have that. And so when a few thousand people look at that, that is adding to it. And so over time, people need to spend hours with you to start to build trust. And if they see you over here and they see you over there, and then they spend a lot of time with you on YouTube, that's kind of the ideal recipe. Yeah, Carla says making money from free memberships. Absolutely. That's what we do all day at Arlan's All Access. Check out the link. I'm trying to tell you. What Dream Van Life After 60, very interesting name, says, what will you say to a 67-year-old woman that is a warrior and a fighter, but at this point doesn't know what to do, broke and no savings, no retirement? I will tell you that you're not alone. I will tell you that you're here for a reason. And I will tell you that in Arlan's All Access, whether you join or not, there are people in their 70s in Arlan's All Access. It's not too late. My mother at 74 launched her own eyewear line. At 50 something, she wrote her own book, and she was broke at 50 something. Wrote a book for the first time. She had never written anything like that. It's not too late. As long as there's a will, there's a way. And there's a lot of people who want to see you win. There's a woman I know on YouTube. You might have seen her. She does like recipes for beginners. And she shows you how to make, like very beginning people. She shows them how to make bread or make jam or make this or that. And she just, one day her husband came in, started recording. She was at the kitchen. She started doing it. Her thumbnails are, you'll never see a Mr. Beast style thumbnail for this woman. It's just a picture of her in a kitchen, almost looks retro. Almost looks like they're using a Super 8 camera, like an old school camera. It's just pure. She has more than 1 million subscribers. And it's because what she had to offer was valuable to someone. There are hundreds of millions of people who are on YouTube every single day. Hundreds of millions of people. And as long as you can provide value to them or entertainment to them, which is value, by the way, then you can reach an audience. That can be on YouTube. It can be the most specific thing, the most niche thing that you could think of. You don't have to be a gamer and stream live. You don't have to do any of that. But you could. I was talking a couple of days ago about being someone. I was talking to my mom about it. Yes, I was talking to my mom about it. She didn't know about affiliates. She's 75 now. She didn't know what affiliates was. She didn't understand that. So I told her, I was like, what you could do is you could get an Amazon affiliate link for yourself. I said, my nephew that she always runs with, he's 14. I said, and he's real savvy. I said, the two of you all could do unboxing videos of tech or toys or collectibles or whatever, because that's what they like to work on. You could do unboxing videos from your perspective in your 70s, his perspective at 60 years younger. And in those videos, over time, you can get an audience that would help monetize on YouTube. And in addition to that, you could put an affiliate link in the description of your video. And every time someone purchased this unboxing or this review or whatever you want to do it, just a demo, however your channel is going to be framed, you would get a piece of that. So you might get 2%, 5%, 10%, depending on what affiliate program you're in. You could get 20%, 30% sometimes in affiliate programs or more. Your affiliate program could be about travel. You could find affiliates that are for travel and different sites. And so you go travel somewhere, you take us with you on video, and you get paid by YouTube and get paid by your affiliate. These are examples. This is 2 ways to monetize or multiple ways to monetize. That's an example if you don't want to build your own product or build your own offer. So there are ways to do it, and I 100% can't tell you what it's like to be a 67-year-old person. I don't know how that feels, so I'm not going to pretend I do. But I have seen people find their way, and I think we're capable of a lot more than we give ourselves credit for. All right, I'm going to look and see if there's more questions. There are. All right. Ooh. Love how Arlen's All Access is a move at your own pace community, but beware, you'll become so excited about everyone's success and growing relationships, you'll want to jump right in. It'll have that effect on you. Okay. So Carla says, let's look at this. Okay. Oh my, I tried with about 15 calls, got 1 appointment and no sale. Bombed. I need a better way to explain the value I would offer. There's a lot there, a lot to unpack. First of all, when you tried for 15 calls, but you only had 1. So that's 1 call. That's not 10 calls. So we got to get to 10 calls. And I thank you so much for sharing this because this is vulnerable, right? But you got to get to the 10 calls. Of course, 1 out of 1, who's going to get 1 out of 1? That's really almost impossible. So you want to get the 10 before you call it a day. Second of all, it really is about dialing in on that offer, what other people want, what other people are willing to pay for. A lot of times I'll talk to entrepreneurs who are working on something that is about self-help, and it's incredibly valuable and incredibly important. But what they don't realize is that's a self-help guru type has to build into that. You have to establish trust, and people have to start to understand the value you have. So when you're first starting, you have to think about, what would I pay for? Maybe I wouldn't pay for self-help in this moment because that's not a priority to me. But would I pay for something that helps me make more money? So could you, for 2 months, build something that helps people make more money, like an offer, 30-minute conversation, help them set their affiliate links up, help them set their YouTube up, let them teach them about monetization on YouTube? Could you do that day after day for 2 months, build up your bank account, and then pivot into the self-help part? This is just an example. Sometimes your offer is just not a good offer. Sometimes your offer is just not what people want. It's something that you enjoy, but it's not what people want to pay money for. And the way you have to look at that is not a personal attack on me. That just means that's not what the market is going to bear right now. So that is something that's up to me to figure out, what are people needing? What do people need and what will they pay for? A good way to find that out is to ask them. A good way to find that out is to find the people you want to serve, get them on calls, and ask them what they need, and start to build an offer around that before you do any sales. Thank you for sharing. Joy Millhouse Solution says, do you go on live on YouTube often? This is my first time finding you live. Guess what? This is my very first time being live on YouTube. I was trying to be live earlier this morning, but I couldn't get my audio to work. So I figured that out today between 7 or 8 calls. And now I'm on YouTube live for the very first time. So you all are watching this live or maybe on the replay. And I'm very excited about it. I can see myself getting addicted to this. Is this helping y'all? Let me know if this is helping. Upsells, yes, yes, yes. Heading back to work. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Okay. Start Here says, I'm 43 and I thought I was late, but I'm finding out now that I'm right on time. 100%. I think about this all the time. There's so much I know right now at 44, woo, that I did not know at 40, that I did not know at 30, that I did not know at 17. There's so much more I will know at 50, and so on. Oh, cool. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Okay. Let's see. Let me see other questions. Thank you. Thank you. What if I don't want to deal with people? Do you want to make money? You can make money without, quote unquote, dealing with people. I'm doing air quotes on the desk here. You can make money without dealing with people. but it's going to take extra effort. I don't like dealing with people that often either. Like I don't go to the airport. That's the worst day of the week for me is to have to go to an airport and deal with TSA or deal with a person kicking my chair or whatever. Like I don't like customer service calls. I don't like any of it. But the way that you make money is by serving others and by providing value to human beings. At least today. Maybe it'll be different in the future. But today, the way you make money is to provide value for human beings. So if you don't want to deal with people, there are certainly ways you could do that. But I would also try to reframe that into, can I start to look at that a little different? Are there a group of people I do want to deal with so that I can provide them value? Now, one quick hack is what we were talking about earlier. Start a YouTube channel, build that YouTube channel to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in a 12-month period. Do it in a few days, a few weeks, or a few months. Then YouTube will invite you to be a partner and you can become monetized through ads. So every time you post, once you're monetized, you'll make money. Learn from every video that you post so that you can get better and better at attracting people to watch it. You record by yourself, you upload by yourself, you put it out in the world by yourself. And you could do that without talking to one other human for the rest of your life. You could have a YouTube channel. That's one way not to have to deal with people. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm still looking for the questions. There's a lot of lot of messages. Thanks, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If I missed your question, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find it. It usually is by standard. Arlan makes the decision to make it public or not. I think I'm missing something there. The live is so fun. I'll keep them going. Okay. Okay. My conversion rate is low. How do I identify the true hurdle in my business? So I would need a little bit more information to understand what you mean. Conversion rate is that conversion rate on however many calls you have versus how many people take the offer. Is it on a website? Give me a little bit more information. But yeah, it's always going to be one or more of, is your offer the right offer? Is it what people want? And is it what they want to pay for? Is the pricing right? Did you price it correctly? Is it too high for who you're targeting and the value that you give? Because it's more important that you price it for the value, and therefore people are not able to afford it. Or is it too low and people think it's not valuable enough? Is it the right target audience? Have you found your right target audience and your right niche? Is the way you're presenting it attractive? Are you able to tell people a clear transformation about what the offer benefits, how it benefits them, rather than maybe listing off features? Right? I can tell you in Arlan's All Access, for instance, which is linked here in the pinned comments and it's in the description below, I could say, we have live calls every week. We have a classroom with $20,000 worth of information. We have an incredible community. All of that is great. And I do talk about that a lot. But what I could also tell you is that the transformation you're going to get is for $100 a month or $600 a year. I will teach you how to make $100,000 extra in 12 months. That's a transformation. And so it's one of those things, the delivery. So that's on conversion. You have me thinking about how to reframe what I offer. I was ready to throw it in the trash. No, reframe it, but ask questions. Ask people questions. Yeah. I've been on YouTube for a few years, but obviously not doing enough of something to get the subscribers to grow the channel. Any idea on the surface? Without seeing your channel, knowing anything about it, what do your thumbnails and titles look like? Are your thumbnails really busy? Are they cluttered? Are they small with a lot of content? Or is it very clear what the video is about every single time? Whether you learn how to do that in Canva or you hire someone on Fiverr, titles very clear, engaging, interesting, Do they bring you in? Would it stop you in your tracks every single time? Video out, do you can y'all see me? Say write the word blue if you can see me. It told me it went away. Yeah, cool. Okay. It told me to go home. When you put a video out, do you test it? Do you look at how it's doing and then change things accordingly? Do you go into your YouTube studio and look at the click-through rate, the CTR? Do you see what's good and what's bad? Do you study other people's channels? Do you film your video before or after you have your title and thumbnail figured out? You should film your video after you know the title and the thumbnail of the video. Put in the chat if you do that, or if that's new to you. Film your video after you know the title and the thumbnail. Is the subject of your channel interesting to a lot of people or mainly to you? And if it's not like millions of people, even if it's niche, are there 10,000 people in the country who would care about it? Do people understand what your channel is about based on what they see when they get there? Are people watching a lot of it? Are you only doing shorts? Are you doing longer form? Are you doing videos over 10 minutes so that people can sit with you and really engage? Are you starting your videos with, hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Hey, hey? And then maybe 20 seconds later, you're starting the video. If you notice my videos, when I start my videos, I start them like this. Ready? What if I told you? I start because we want to get that hook right out the gate. You want people hooked, so you want to get your hook right. You want to get right into the value, right into it so they stay. YouTube is looking at all of these things, every single one of these things. And over time, they're seeing how they behave with your videos. You have to be the one who helps YouTube help you. And that is not by get perfect for the first 5, 10, 50 videos. It's by learning something after every video you upload. How many videos are you uploading per month? Are you uploading once every 2 months or whenever the inspiration hits you? Or do you say every Monday I release a video no matter what? Or every Monday and Thursday? Or every single day like I do? Or every single 1st and 15th of the month, there's a new video out no matter what. YouTube likes to know that you're going to be around, so it likes consistency. Thank you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm going to read that. Okay. The people that you interview on your channel, are they all members of All Access? Not every single one. No, the last few ones have been because there have just been some great success stories there. Someone asked about Your First Million Live 2025. I have announcements about that and about Yacht Water coming up in the next few weeks. Keep an eye out. We'll get to you very, very soon. There's some interesting stuff developing. We've been working with some partners on some things. You'll see it very soon. My service is awesome, but above my pay grade. How do I get in the room with the people who would buy? That's where YouTube, I think, is really helpful because you don't have to have a network to have YouTube go out and find the people for you. You just have to speak to those people. If you have something where the cost of it, let's say the cost of it is $5,000, then you want to have $5,000, $10,000 conversations on YouTube. You want to have titles and thumbnails and the concept of your video be about things that people who have $5,000 and $10,000 to drop talk about. That's one way, is reaching them, going to where they are in language so that you can start to attract them over time. Because you have that offer for a reason. So it must mean you have something there you think that you can provide to those people. Talk to them. What do they like? What do several of them like? There are types of movies they like, types of food, types of travel, types of clothing, types of lifestyle choices. What do they like to do? Can you have that conversation with them? Can you review something that's about that? Can you have a conversation about the recession and how it affects people who make over 200,000 a year? Can you turn your channel into something that speaks to that group? Another way to do it is to go to conferences where people that you want to win over are attending and speaking. You can try to get a speaking role. That's going to be pretty tough starting out. So be in the seats. There's an entrepreneur I worked with named Dawn Dixon, and she ended up, being all over the place, podcasts, on stages across the world. She said, before I was on the stage, I was in the seats. When they have breakouts, who are you walking up to talk to? Who are you zeroing in on? Who are you studying when you get the pre materials? There's a lot of ways to do it. Free membership is also a fantastic way to do it, because if you offer something that's a freebie and you can start nurturing that and giving value, people are going to take note of that. I love your YouTube content. Thank you, Max. How can I find my target audience to offer language learning courses and customer service consulting services when I'm first starting out? First thing I would do is choose one or the other. Language learning courses and customer service consulting are two different things, I believe. Now, I may be wrong about that, but I sound like they're two different things. You don't want to split your attention, your time, or your efforts. You want to focus. The language learning courses, I think, feels better to me just because, but that's like a personal preference, but it feels better to me because people are more and more and more wanting to be global. They're wanting to be able to go outside of the country in the US and go outside of different countries. And people speak different languages all over the world. And we just kind of take for granted the English thing. So you choose one of them. The first thing you do to find a target audience, to find your target audience, is you have one target audience and you have one offer for them. So you don't confuse them and you don't confuse yourself. Then when you know who that target audience is and what that very distinct offer is, and you have that confidence in your heart that what you're offering them is important and valuable, then you can do all of the other things that I teach in my videos. That's where I would start. How can YouTubers effectively balance indoor content such as close-up, intimate recordings in a home studio with dynamic travel vlogs to enhance their channel's appeal and engagement? Sounds like you've answered that question. It's great to see you. Sounds like you've answered that question. I would look at someone like in Arlan's All Access, Rachel Ray, RAI. She has her channel, her new videos. Sometimes she's in her office. Sometimes she's walking around doing on the go stuff. Look at Matt Gray. Matt Gray does about 10 million a year. A lot of times he'll get the selfie stick and he'll put his iPhone sideways, so it's it's a horizontal, and he'll walk us through the French Alps or somewhere in Colombia in some beautiful lush area, and he'll just talk to us. And then he'll come back to his desk and he'll talk there. So what I would do is I would study who's already doing that. Matt Gray is a great example of someone who does both, and Rachel is becoming a great example of that as well. Great questions, y'all. You're doing a great job. Great questions. I've rebranded my YouTube channel and will soon post a podcast based on my 3 coffee table books. Slow flex, soft flex. Video editing is taking too long, so it will start audio only. I don't think there's a question there, but I will say that one of the things that you can do to take back your life and buy back your time is to hire an editor. You can go to Fiverr and you can hire an editor to do the editing for you. It'll take away so much of that extra time that is precious. Okay, I'm an artist, milliner, and clothing accessories of 30 years. Okay, how does the call relate to hands-on artists? Well, you're selling something that sounds like it's pretty custom and it's pretty precious, and it's maybe expensive. So if I'm going out and I'm looking for something custom, I'm looking for a jacket, I'm looking for a hat, I'm looking for something even cooler than that, oh, that's gonna rhyme, cooler than that. I may want to feel a little special, and I may want to go to your website or to your free membership or to your link in your YouTube channel. And I may see a YouTube video of you taking me through your studio, talking about a very specific thing that you do. Not everything, but one thing. Like, I'm doing these tailored dot dot dots. And you might say in that video, if you want one of 12 of these that I'm doing, if you want to commission them, you can look in the link in my bio, a link in my description. That link might link me to a Calendly that takes me to set up my Zoom call with you. And on that call, and what you're saying in the description is, we're going to have an intro call, or we're going to have a consulting call to see about your body type and your style to see if it's a fit. I might want to get on that call to see what you can do for me. I'm not very stylish. Maybe you can help me. I then get on the call, and one out of those 10 calls, that's going to take some effort to get, but yes, if money is on the other side of that, take the effort. One of those 10 calls is going to say, this is great. I didn't know that about my body type. I didn't know that you had such craftsmanship. I didn't know ... I will pay the $1,200 that it costs to make that one-of-a-kind jacket that you just told me about. That's how you use calls that way. You make it bespoke. You make it like they're getting a consultation with you. You make it like you give urgency because maybe it's a certain time. If you want this by Valentine's Day, if you have a wedding, if you want this by your birthday, if you want it by this thing that happens to everybody, then you want to get your order in by this date because it'll take me that long to do it. It takes me 3 months to make each piece. So you have that urgency of time, that limited amount, which is also urgency, psychology, sales psychology. And you also make it very prestigious and elite, that I only have 6 of these calls per week. And you only should take the call if you can afford a $1,200 item. You want to talk to the person, talk to them as if they already exist in your audience. Yes. Thank you. I have to clarify the value and speak to the right people. I've been thinking through this, and you just confirmed it for me. Love it. Thank you. If you're just joining or been around for a few minutes here, this is my first ever live on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of this. I'll probably do another one when I reach 100,000, probably way before that, but I really like this. And I'm just taking questions from you about starting your business and what you're working on right now, your YouTube channel, your membership, any of that. I have a lot of pre-recorded videos, and I'm wondering if I can upload those when I start my channel, and also adding new ones each week. You can, but I want you to be very, very strategic in how you plan this. You're not just going to take any old video and throw it on YouTube and say, oh, I have content now, and people are going to come watch that. People are discerning. You are discerning as a viewer. You care about how much time you spend watching something that you don't know about. So what you're going to do is say, what is my channel about? And what videos might I already have that would make sense for this channel? They have to be compelling. They have to be interesting. They have to add value to someone's day. And I'll choose those. So I may have 20 videos. I'm going to choose 4 because only those 4 fit the criteria. And then I'm going to take those videos, I'm going to edit them down. I'm going to start them not where they start today, because where they start today is probably not a good hook or a good intro. I'm going to find the place where it starts. I uploaded a video yesterday, and I recorded a 3-minute thing where I talked about, what did I talk about? I talked about my painting, my painting for my Fast Company cover. I talked about Netflix and the artist, and I thought it was a great hook. And then I watched it back, and I'm like, that is boring the way I did that. I'm going to lose more people than I normally would. I'm cutting those 3 minutes, even though I cared about those 3 minutes and I planned for those 3 minutes, because I found that's not where the hook is. Instead, I put the hook at, we don't have time for imposter syndrome. Your time is now. More people than normal stayed through the first 30 seconds because I'm talking to them instead of meandering through what I think is an interesting story. So you're going to find, so the answer is yes, you can upload old videos, but how are you going to craft them so that they are valuable to other people? How are you then going to get the great title and thumbnail we talked about that will get people's attention to even see them? Because if people don't come see them, it doesn't matter how good the video is. And how do those videos fit into what you're doing? And you might say, instead of putting all 4 of them up at once, you might say, I'm going to put them out once every 2 or 3 days until they're all caught up. In the meantime, I will record a few more so that I can keep going. That's what I would do. Yes, I have to work on my intro. Say less and get straight to the topic. Yes, that is correct. Did you know that you can earn a one-on-one private call with Arlan inside of Arlan's All Access? I know because I just earned my call today by being an active member and contributing to the community. You can do it too. Thank you, Dina. I always say Dina or Dina. After all this time, I still don't know which one it is. I'm going to do something phonetic in my head when you tell me what it is. But thank you so much. You've been amazing. Cool. I went over to Facebook, but I'm back focused on YouTube. We'll review this again and adjust. I appreciate you. Going to where they are with language so that you can attract them. Game changer. Woo, thanks, Ty. Okay. Can you talk about how to balance between not charging too little, but also charging too much? How do you know where the sweet spot is when you're first starting out? What's really cool when you're first starting out with pricing, especially if it's something that is a higher ticket, is first of all, let's establish that it is easier to sell something that costs $1,000 to one person than it is to sell something that costs $10 to 100 people. It's easier when you're starting out to do that. So what most of us think is the opposite. We think, okay, we're gonna get it's easy for people to spend $10, so that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna put up a course, I'm gonna put up something that's $20 and it's gonna be easy. Or a ticket to this or whatever, right? But it's easier to get when you're first starting out improving yourself, it's easier to get one person, to find the person who needs what you can offer, who is willing to spend that money, because to them, it's not that much money. That's what you want to find. So let's establish that. The second thing is, let's assume that what you're talking about is something like $1,000 offer or more. The cool thing about just starting out is that you can do so much experimentation. So what you could do, first of all, I always suggest, if you don't know your pricing or if you're not feeling confident about your offer or your pricing, I would suggest that you offer it, you get a price, you say it's $1,000. You find someone, maybe an early adopter, someone who's shown interest, maybe even a friend, but I would say someone who really needs what you need, what you are offering, and you offer to do it for free. You tell them this is normally $1,000. I'm working on it. You can say I'm workshopping it. I'm in LA. That's what we say all the time. I'm workshopping this or whatever. I'm piloting it from San Francisco. You can say that, and then I would like to gift this to you for free. It'll take 7 days to complete or whatever the case may be. All I ask in return is that you give me a testimonial if you enjoyed it, if it helped you, and maybe some feedback if you think that would help. Great. So now you can do the thing, test it to make sure it's valuable, get feedback, and have a testimonial to use that is more valuable than anything you'll say to somebody. Somebody talking about you is more valuable than anything you'll say directly. So when you do that, and you said it was 1,000, so you anchored it, maybe some of that real feedback from the person might be, I don't know if I would have paid $1,000 for that. I just want to be honest. It was helpful, but I think it might be a $500 thing. Or they may say $1,000 is a steal, and I think you're underselling yourself. They may say that. They may help you, or you may even just be able to figure that out based on the experience. Another part of the experiment that you can do is you can get on a call. Let's say you get on the first 10 calls, or the first in-person meetings, or the first 10 times you offer this to somebody. You know it's a $1,000 deal. You're on the call with someone, you're vibing, you know you can help them, you know that it's valuable. You say to them, it costs $1,000, but I have a special that's going just for the next couple of days for 300 if you buy it now. Do you want to start now? You give them a link to go buy it while they're in the moment, and you sell it for less. And then the next time you sell it for more, you sell it for 400 or 500. And if you get a yes, then you know something's, if you get a yes in the next few times, you may not get it the next one, but in the next few times, okay, somebody paid that. And then you can just go up and go up and go up. And then you're going to get to a number that is too high. People are going to say no over and over and over again. You're going to say, it's the price. Because I know people want this. They have purchased it. That price, that 1,200 is not working for people. Let me go back to the 1,000. That's what you can do to play with that a little bit in experimentation, because it's your thing. You're delivering it. Yes, okay, if you're just joining, this is my first live. We're talking about the easiest business you can start as a beginner, which I believe is having a YouTube channel and also having a free membership that you pay for, but people don't pay for to join it. Using those two things to help nurture your audience, your new audience, provide value, and then at one point when you feel it's the right time, start offering something that is paid. I'm taking your questions. Let's see. Woo, lots of questions here. What editing tool is best for YouTube? I don't know, because I pay someone to edit for me. I do a little bit of editing. You can do a little bit of editing inside of the editor on the YouTube studio, but I highly recommend going to Fiverr, having somebody edit for you, finding somebody who's affordable for you, having them edit. Even if they don't do a great job because they're super cheap, let them do a 50% job. Gives you 50% of your time back. And then get better and better as you can. But somebody, I know people can put in the chat what a great editing tool is. Go for it. Okay. Yes. I'm a theater actress who is mainly doing funny YouTube shorts dressed as an older church lady reacting to trending topics. Can I monetize this character? Sounds hilarious to me. Of course you can monetize this character. Shorts are going to be great for that. TikTok, Instagram, you can get monetized in all three of these. So I would look into that. If these are like things that you're putting some time in, don't just do it on YouTube. Do it on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. See how you can get monetized on all three. And then I would look and see, is there a way to have a 5-minute clip or a 6-minute clip that is long form, that is horizontal, that you can put on YouTube and start getting monetized on YouTube? Over time, if this becomes a very popular character, is there some sort of apron that you can send, or some sort of t-shirt, or something that you can connect with? Is there something on Etsy you can do? There's always ways to do that, but that's where I would start, is to try to just really maximize the potential that you have on these platforms. Will your program help me grow my virtual church? Derek, you have asked me this question multiple times, and I've told you yes. Because maybe you didn't see my comments, but I did react, and I did see this, because it absolutely will help you grow your virtual church. Absolutely. If you think about a church is the ultimate community. And we're talking about mainly in our membership about building communities that work. So yours may be, there's an angle to it, right? Yours may be that you have a free membership for your church, and you're just growing and growing and growing your audience. And you have the pulpit virtually because you have this membership on the platform that we use especially. And if you think about how other people monetize their virtual churches and their virtual communities that way, there may be a book that needs to be read or sold. There may be a retreat that needs to be sold. There may be you teaching a certain skill. I know this one guy who charges $5,000. Omar, I think, charges like $5,000 to set up your video and your cameras for churches. How does he reach those churches? He has a membership. So they know about him. He has a YouTube channel that he's built. So they know his work. So you could use YouTube to build your virtual church, build that voice if you haven't already. And then you could lead them into here's the building, here's the online building. You could certainly monetize that. So you were home. I know I'm not going to like this question. So you were homeless 7 years. How did you get over the street parts if you were working on this? I don't know what that really means. So I'm going to keep going. When should I start having affiliate links in my YouTube videos or in the description? My niche is emotional resilience for moms. Now you should start having them now. Put them in the descriptions now. I would be careful with your descriptions. Don't make them confusing. But if there's a video that has something that relates, that has an affiliate link, put that in the description. If you have multiple things, put that in the description, but don't make it confusing. Make it very specific. And then as you continue to film, do a call out. Say, this thing that I just showed you, this thing is available in my link, at my link. Cool. I would like to join Arlan's All Access. Thank you. Is it for beginners? Do I have to have a good handle on what I want to do? It is for beginners and intermediate and advanced. All three are in the platform. It is very much designed for beginners. And we help you, as a lot of people are in this chat, we help you learn the things and the foundations that you need. So for instance, we start off by talking about your unique value proposition, which will help you decide who you're targeting, who you're helping and serving, what you're offering to them, what your value proposition is to them, and how you're going to find them. We go very, very early, and then we give you all the details that you need. I would say of the 400 and plus people who are on it, maybe a third or even half of them did not know what they were going to do before they started. And they build that over time because it's a 12-month program. So yeah, it's for you. It's for you. What is your stance on people saying you are the niche? I know there's been some arguments about that's not a good stance. You are the niche. That's fine. I don't mind it at all. I don't think that's important. I think making money and providing yourself with time freedom and location freedom and freedom, mental freedom. I think that's what's important. You are the niche. There's only one of you. I don't mind that saying. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Okay. I don't know where to start. Start with Arlan's All Access. That's why we're there. I think that I kind of did that myself, where I was talking about earlier, because it's priced so low. It's only $100 a month. I think that people don't realize how much they're getting with it until you're in it. And then you're like, oh, there's $20,000 worth of stuff here. That's crazy. Cool. Okay, let's see if there are any other questions I can get. You know what would be helpful is when you have a question, put the word question in all caps and then a colon and then the question, because then I can find out which ones are questions and which are not, because I don't want to make it too much silence here. I hope I'm not overstepping. Could I offer you my service for free? I know it's something you use. I understand if you skip my question, I won't take it personally. It depends. I mean, I don't know what your service is, so I can't answer that question. Why don't tell me more? Just tell us more. Okay. Over 4 million followers. She might even hire you as an actress. Very cool. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, you found my channel 3 days ago. That's amazing. Hi, Jocelyn from Melbourne, Australia. Yeah. Oh, okay. Trying to start a nonprofit, a movement, gain audience awareness through social. No funds. How do I achieve all these and be successful? Where to start when all I have trying when I'm all I have trying to achieve. Get a lot of these messages in the comments because I look at every single comment. You I have to say this again. 9 years ago, I was sleeping on the floor of an airport. I was using my jeans as a pillow. I had no covers. It was bright lights all night long. They were cleaning. People were walking past me. Police were walking past. I was scared, hungry, couldn't eat. But I just had this will to keep going. You have to have a will to keep going. And you also have to have in your mind's eye where you want to go. Maybe you don't know exactly what it looks like, but you know it's better than this. And we have so much at our disposal and so much within our control. And 9 years ago, we didn't have all the stuff we have today, but it still found a way. So you say, all I have is me. That's really, it's not great that that's all you have, but it's really great that you do have you. It's great that you're here, that you're among the living. You're alive. You're alive and you have access to YouTube because you're here. You have access to the second largest search engine in the world, which is mostly video. Any topic you've ever thought about is probably on YouTube. Anything you want to learn is probably on YouTube. I'm not going to pretend to know your circumstances or to pretend to know your accessibility, but I can tell you that if you're on this call right now, it means you have something that some people in the world do not. And you have to start looking at it like that. You have to pick yourself up. Get yourself halfway there. I'm not saying that you're not, but you've asked the question, so I'm just trying to answer it. Got to get yourself in a place where you're like, actually, this is within my control. You know how much it sucked to be homeless? I know you probably, some of you do. It sucks. But I'm not homeless anymore. There's a reason. And there's a fight. And I know that it's difficult, but there's a fight that you have to have. Why is school superior to other platforms? I have one I like and I'm wondering if I should switch, if I have to switch. I was on Teachable for a long time. I was on Mighty Networks, which is a direct competitor to school, and I was on Circle. And Mighty Networks for me started out okay. I really liked having a membership. I was having fun in it, but over time, it was just really hard for me to navigate and very hard for the members to find the different pieces that I had. At one point, I found out after months of posting in a particular section that the whole time it had been paywalled and I didn't know it. I just thought that people were not as interested in it. It is because of the UX, UI, the user experience in general for Mighty Networks. And I love the fact that it's started by a woman. I wish it well, but I just had to leave it because it was just not serving me. Circle to me is technically efficient, much easier to navigate than Mighty Networks, but it is like a meal at a picnic that has no spices. It is really, really bland. And I don't see the heart and the soul in Circle. Teachable's okay. Kajabi's okay. All of that's okay. At school, I went from wanting to sunset my entire membership from Mighty Networks because I couldn't keep up with it, to making $200,000 in 3 months, getting to a place where 400 people are learning and collaborating and meeting each other in person. Some of them have started their businesses together. People are in there 24/7 hyping each other up. There's gamification that is on Circle, but was stolen from school. There's just a certain network effect that school has as the fastest growing platform for education in the world right now that is working. Now, a lot of the people on school have maybe a frat boy kind of feel, or maybe have mostly guy kind of feel. So we're bringing more and more and more people over to see how great it is. And I'll tell you, 3 of those frat boys have helped me make that money. So I got to give it up for them. 4 of them have helped me. So that's why it's easier to navigate. School is what we're talking about. If anybody lost that, we're talking about school, which is the platform that I use. I'm on Arlan's All Access is on school, and we teach you how to start your own. It's just, to me, is a better user experience for my members and for myself. It's easier to keep up with. And Facebook groups, people were like, well, why don't I just have a Facebook group? Facebook is not showing all your posts to everybody. Facebook is even hiding in some cases. Also, Facebook, you have to have somebody going through and helping to moderate it, because it doesn't have its own kind of natural feel to it. I've been in a lot of Facebook groups, and I just don't ever go back to them. Why would I go back to them? This one is like, oh, it's always something going on. It's always something happening. And it depends on your own membership too, how you treat it. I have good content on Instagram and TikTok, but not much engagement. Like you, I research, view, study through all the free stuff I can find. I use ChatGPT religiously as my assistant. What more? Good content, but not much engagement. It could be the platforms. I mean, what sort of engagement do you want? What's the topic that you're talking about? Every platform has its own expertise, and it could take years to figure out. I would try a different platform if those two aren't working. Or I would go into YouTube and I would study 10 hours of how do I get more engagement on Instagram? How do I get more engagement on TikTok? And then try some of those things and see if they work. And if it still doesn't work, I would say, okay, is there another platform that's better? Maybe my platform is more ready and aligned with longer form video. Or maybe it's more written. Or maybe this topic isn't one that is the one that is going to be the one that hits. What would you recommend to use as a new client funnel if you have a website and 300 followers on Instagram? I would create a video and post it every day on Instagram so I could grow those follower numbers. I would have a call to action, and I use ManyChat, ManyChat, manychat.com. Set up an automation that when you say, hey, say the word bowl or pen or whatever in the comments, and I'll send you this freebie. Have a free lead magnet that gets DM'd to them on ManyChat. That lead magnet sends them to your free membership or takes their email address. Reach out to them by email once or twice a week. Let them know that there's a freebie here. There's a free lead magnet. There's a free list. There's a free template, a script, something that works for them. Provide value. Have a flywheel. Put something out that creates traffic. Send that traffic to something. Send it to your free membership that we talked about, or send it to a Calendly link where you can get on a call with them, or send it to your course that's online that's paid, or send it to your t-shirt that you're selling, or send it to have a call with me and we'll talk about what you need and I'll build out an offer for you. I would do that flywheel. ManyChat's a great tool to use. If you don't know how to use ManyChat, or if you've never heard of it, go to YouTube after this call and type in ManyChat, and it'll start to tell you everything you've ever wanted to know about ManyChat. I want to start a school, but I'm short on funds, trying everything to generate funds. Nothing is working. So what I would say is the beginning of this call, I'm going to do a replay. You'll see the replay soon here. Had a lot of information about how to make the first few dollars here. I also have a video that says exactly how to make your first 10,000, exactly how to make your first 1,000. I have both of those videos. I also have a video of make $200 in 3 hours. I would go through my YouTube channel and find those videos, those types of videos where I give step-by-step instructions about how to make a few dollars to get started. I also talked about it in the first few minutes of this video. In case you missed it, there'll be a lot of that information. As a user, I feel that school is much better than Mighty Network. The user experience is a lot smoother and easier to navigate. I struggle to find my posts on Mighty Networks. That's how I felt too. Yeah, thank you. I'll be investing in Arlan's All Access soon. Awesome. Just sub. Thank you. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you're subscribed now. You can leave a message if you subscribe. And plus, it's just fun to be a subscriber. Go to the links in my description or the pinned chat. If you want to check out what we've been talking about, the easiest way to start a business if you're a beginner, check that out. I have the school app and I really don't understand how it works. Maybe it's me, not tech savvy. Don't understand Reddit to should I keep school in your AAA? I think you should. But it really depends on what is holding you back, like what is not feeling right to you. I just filmed a video that I'm going to post actually inside of Arlan's All Access that helps you navigate the classroom. But maybe send me, since you're in AAA, Maria, send me a DM. So find my picture and my name and click on chat. After you click into my profile on Arlen's All Access, click on chat and send me a message and I'll talk to you in the next couple of days about it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited for your comments on what resonates and what's missing you'd like to see. Oh, you all are talking to each other. Got it. What advice do you have for those who want to start a YouTube channel but struggle being on camera? Yeah, I think I did answer that earlier. Um, I think that the first thing I would do is challenge my perception and understanding of that I don't like to be on camera. It's a limiting belief that you have told yourself, and it may be something that you can get by. I have over the years conquered stage fright that was at once debilitating. I have gone sober. I've been sober for 7.5 years, and I thought I would drink for the rest of my life. I have money where I was homeless before. All these limiting beliefs of, oh, I'm this way now, so that's how I'll always be. They have been just crashed through. You don't like to be on camera today, but does that mean you don't like to be on camera tomorrow? That you cannot teach yourself to be on camera? So that's one thing I would look at. And the other way is that there are multiple ways you can be faceless on YouTube if you want to, or use a different platform. There are more about that earlier in this replay when you see the replay. Do you need an invitation to join school? No, you don't. So school is where I have Arlen's All Access. So you can join my school so that you can understand how to use it. You can also just go to school.com and get your own school. But I wouldn't get your own school yet until you learn about how to do it as person. But you do not need an invite. So yeah, so I would say, I would say for the question about setting up your school community, Lamilla, reach out to Allison Saunders on All Access and ask her that question. She works with me. Ask her that because we have a couple things going that maybe you can do like a live. We have a lot of lives, but maybe you can do one of those as the first way of doing it. My niche is empowering Black women to lead and overcome unique barriers. My content consists of empowerment affirmations and engagement content. I display my empowerment journals. Can I do this on YouTube? Yes, you can post videos about your niche and to your audience, and you find your audience. YouTube will help you find more people to come to you. And then if you have your own journal, which I think is what you're saying, then you can link to people to buy the journal. You can show them on the videos and take them through it. And you can also just have the journal and talk about something else, but like reference the journal. I'm a tax resolution specialist. I help people resolve tax issues. Do you have videos that can help me find an offer that would work in this field? Not a very specific video for tax issues, but if you go to arlensallaccess.com, you can join my membership, and in that is where you would find out all of that information. But you have multiple ways you can have a YouTube channel, or you can have, you can set up a YouTube channel with that niche. Multiple, especially because there's so much bad information about personal finance and taxes on YouTube from just random people. So if you have some receipts, no pun, if you you have that expertise and you can present it in a certain way, and you figure out a target audience, like I'm going to talk to this type of person. If you can, the more niche you can get, the better. It'll be really, really helpful if you can do that, because then in your titles and in your thumbnails, you can say something to those people. There's one of my videos is doing really well where I say, if you're in your 40s, do this. And every single day, hundreds of people watch that video, and it has more than 100,000 views, I think. And it's because I talk directly to them, and I could have gone even more niche. My YouTube channel is for hobby artists and has grown to 13,000, but my art membership has not, despite good feedback. 16 pounds per month. How do I figure out what is wrong? Yeah, I'd have to see it. I'd have to see it. That's great that your channel is at 13,000. It depends. How long did it take to get to 13,000? If it took a long time, it could be that a lot of your subscribers are not seeing your videos because they're from an older time. But if they're more recent, if you're seeing good views, because one thing you didn't mention were like the views. Subscriber numbers is amazing, but the views, how many views do you get? How often do you post? Is your offer, is your membership very similar to what you provide? This is why I teach having a free membership first. A free membership. This is the easiest way to start your company, is to have a free membership, because then you don't have all this friction of, oh, I have to pay money every month. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do that with one more bill. Instead, on your videos, you're saying this cool thing, and I have this freebie that you can go check out. You send people to the freebie, which is inside the free membership. They spend a lot of time in there. They watch your videos. After a while, you're then offering in the classroom, here's a $16 thing. Here's a $100 thing. Here's this thing, this package you need to get started. Instead of it being like, here's a video of me, go buy my stuff. People need to know. They may not trust you yet. They may not think, they may trust you and say, I don't have $20 that I want to present to give to you because I want to put it somewhere else where I've spent more time with them. So I'd have to know more to be very specific, but that's where I'd start. Okay, I have time for one or two more questions. I know you've written 2 books. I tried writing a book about goals and how to accomplish them. How did you develop those books and get them published? Well, so my story started popping off in 2017, from going from homeless to raising a venture fund. And I was introduced to a big agency out here in LA. They signed me for all kinds of stuff, and they took this book idea out that I had of It's About Damn Time. And they took the book idea out. I had 5 major publishers who did an auction, and I sold it for mid 6 figures. And then I wrote the book, and then I released the book, and then I had a second book come out because the first book did really well. That's how my story happened. You do not have to have a publisher. I would not wait on a publisher. I would not wait on an agent. I would self-release your book to have the calling card. What's most important is having the book, and having a really good book, and having an editor look at your book. Again, Fiverr, wherever, have an editor look over your book so that it is a really great book. And then release it on Amazon, release it on some self-publishing, and give it away for free. You can learn how to do book funnels. You can search for that on YouTube. You can learn how to just send it out to people that you want to have you speak somewhere, or that you want to do something, some sort of partnership with them. Send them the free book. Send out 100 free books next year. And that will turn into opportunity for you. On YouTube, have your book, show your book, and say, you can either say, here, go over here and buy the book. That's cool. Or you could say, I'm giving away 10 of these. In order to get this for free, go to my landing page, have them give you their email address, watch a video, go through some things, give away 10 books, but for every 10 books you give away, have it where you're converting, one person is paying you $1,000 or paying you $100. Because you have them go through this process. There's a lot to it. It's not overnight, but those are some things you would do. So someone's asking about their like getting better sales muscle. We teach that in Arlan's All Access. So I'm telling you, it's everything you need. How to start, how to what to sell, how to get traffic, how to get conversions, how to sell. All of that is Arlan's All Access. The link is in the pinned post. It's also in the description. Sales, but the one thing that I can tell you, I'm Texas all day long. The one thing I can tell you is no matter what you do, whether you join Arlan's All Access or not, the one thing I can tell you is that money is on the other side of several phone calls. So do 10 calls, have those 10 calls, and convert one person. And every time you have a call, don't go into it saying, I'm going to sell. Go into it saying, I'm going to learn. I'm going to help. And when you get to the point where you realize, yep, I can help that person beyond this call, if they get my offer, then you offer them the offer with confidence. And then if they say no, which most of them will, clock it. Why did they say no? Can I ask them why they said no? Can I find out what the pushback was? Oh, can't afford it. Okay, interesting. What if I said I could give you a discount today? Can you discount it on the call with them to where you know you can discount it in good faith? Or it's not clear, I don't think I need it, or it's too hard, or then you adjust. Oh, you think you have to do too much work. Okay, what if this part were taken off your plate? What if I did that part for you? If I transferred that over for you? What if we didn't need to do 3 more calls, like I said, and I could do it all async, and you just fill out a form and I can do the rest? What if I just do it for you and it's not something that is done with you? Learn in each call. The person asked about sales conversion, why the conversion was low. Learn with each call, with each conversation. Learn, and then use that in the next call, and then use that in the next call. A good example of this, and it's kind of a different way, is that there's a founder that I know, because I've invested in so many companies. I deal with founders all day. There's a founder that I know who she was in San Francisco, and she raised millions of dollars. But the way she did it was she would get these interviews and conversations lined up. She would have her husband, who was also her co-founder, drive. They would go into the meeting, and let's say it had 11 o'clock meeting. They would do their presentation. They would answer questions. They would talk. She would clock what questions were asked and exactly how the meeting went. Any pushback. She'd get in the car. Her husband would drive her to the next place. In the car, she would change the pitch deck. She would adjust this. If there was a question asked, she would answer it. If there was any pushback, she would explain it better. If there was anything that she knew, okay, they're going to wonder about this, the next meeting at 12, she would start off by addressing that. Now, I know that you think that this is a dying industry, but this is why it's not. And then she would do that again, and then she would do that again, and then she would do that again. So by the time she got to the last meeting, there was no pushback. That's what you got to think about in sales. It's not about, I desperately need this sale. I desperately need this person to say yes. It's, this is going to help me learn how to sell a ton more. So all this is like an exploratory call. I'm going to learn from this call. I'm going to help this person, and I'm going to take note and literally take notes. Okay, this is fun. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for making my first ever true live on YouTube very memorable. Your questions were on point. I love spending my time with you. And make sure that you check out my daily videos on YouTube. Hopefully this helped you. Leave a comment. Come back for more.